operating systems, Microsoft has proven its versatility in the world of technology and software. Though there may be one or multiple devices in your home powered by Microsoft technology, have you ever stopped to think about the company itself and its history? If not, we have you covered with these top 10 interesting facts about Microsoft. As we start, why not hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you'll be notified automatically every time we upload another interesting video. Number 10. The start of a rivalry. During the fourth quarter of 2016, Microsoft revealed the Surface Studio and rather blatantly encroached on territory that Apple had long since claimed. A focus on user creativity has always been a staple of Apple's products, so when the Surface Desktop was revealed, you can bet it added fuel to the rivalry that started when Bill Gates was accused of stealing the idea behind Macintosh for Windows 1985. Gates and Jobs were once partners, working together in the initial stages of Macintosh before entering into a bitter rivalry. Despite being completely down on each other's products, their respect for one another was never hidden, especially after Jobs' passing. Number 9. Creating the iconic sound. Now, some of you may be too young to remember, but the Windows 95 startup sound was once an iconic melody that peacefully welcomed you to your computer. During the development of the operating system, Microsoft execs wanted something inspiring, universal, optimistic, futuristic, and emotional, which sounds like a strange request for a 6-second-long clip many would likely ignore. For the tune, Microsoft turned to Brian Eno, known for his years as an ambient music artist. You may recognize him for his work on Spore or any number of his long list of works and albums as a producer for bands like Talking Heads, David Bowie, and Coldplay. Number 8. The Manhattan Project. Remember that super secretive R&D project held by the United States that led to the world's first nuclear weaponry? Well, during early production of the Xbox console, then known as the DirectX for its use of DirectX application programming interface, the hardware was allegedly known as the Manhattan Project. Though Microsoft denies it, as they probably should, the moniker was said to be a direct reference to the nuclear arms project that led to the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, claiming the DirectX would knock Japan developers out from the dominant spot in the gaming industry. Number 7. Longest-running software. Anyone that's owned an early version of Windows likely at least tried playing the original Microsoft Flight Simulator. Despite sounding like a concept designed for a very niche market, the aerial sim picked up enough steam to warrant more than a dozen different versions dating as far back as 1982. That means that the Flight Simulator series is actually 3 years older than Microsoft's very first Windows operating system, Windows 1.0, released in 1985. Beyond even that mind-blowing thought, Flight Simulator is believed to be not only the longest-running Microsoft software, but also the longest-running PC game series. The Simulator series even survived the closure of Aces Studio, the development team behind much of its history. Number 6. Joining Apple. Regardless of a long-standing on-again, off-again feud with one another, Microsoft and Apple joined forces in 1997, inciting boos from the audience at the Macworld Expo Boston keynote address. While attendees expected the Apple frontrunner to discuss better relationship with Mac OS licensees, Jobs instead introduced Gates, who spoke via projector and announced that Microsoft would be investing $150 million into Apple's stock. Often referred to as that time Microsoft saved Apple, there may be a more salacious reason behind the investment. There's a good chance that the investment was really part of a court-ordered payment that Microsoft had to make to Apple for being charged with stealing code from Apple's QuickTime for Windows. Number 5. Microsoft and its employees. Turning Microsoft's gears is the company's mass of dedicated employees, which it does its best to keep happy, healthy, and motivated. Some of the perks of working for Microsoft's Redmond campus come in the form of gym access, impressive health care, 8 weeks of maternity and 2 weeks of paternity leave, and social clubs to keep employees engaged with one another. The company's more unique methods of keeping employees happy include employees bringing a pound of M&Ms on their anniversary for each year they worked there, and kooky internal videos starring Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer. Number 4. A heap of patents. Oh my word, there are so many patents over at Microsoft that there isn't even time for a clever intro. In February of 2017 alone, Microsoft filed 10 patent applications, including one for an adaptive rendering based on runtime capability check and one for a portable device pairing with a tracking system. Those are in addition to the some 328 patent applications that were published in January of 2017 alone. According to Microsoft's patent portfolio, the company has over 59,000 domestic and international patents with another 36,000 pending. That is a big pile of patents. Number 3. Microsoft's worst. Like any company that releases a multitude of different products, software, and hardware, Microsoft didn't succeed with all of them. In fact, there were quite a few costly failures, like the Zune, which attempted to knock the iPod off its pedestal, and the Xbox 360's Red Ring of Death epidemic, for which Microsoft lost approximately $1.15 billion from. Other incredible missteps include Microsoft Bob, a user-friendly interface that immediately bombed, Windows Vista, which was marred by privacy, performance, and security issues, the super buggy Windows ME, and the Microsoft Kin, a social networking phone that was dropped from providers within 2 months. Number 2. Microsoft dodging bullets. Throughout its history as a successful company, Microsoft dodged 2 rather large bullets that would have been massive money losers. The first, which came years before the release of the Xbox, had Microsoft eyeing up Sega Games Corporation for purchase. Gates eventually stepped in to stop the disaster of a decision, claiming the developer didn't have enough behind it to overcome Sony in the gaming market. The second plan came about in 2008 when Microsoft put up a $44.6 billion bid to take over the dying Yahoo. Ultimately, Yahoo was able to secure a different deal that released them from Microsoft's grip. And if you don't know how well Yahoo is doing today, just Google it.
Oh, that's cold.
Number 1. Early wearable technology. While Microsoft can't be credited with the first wearable smartwatch, as that honor goes to Seiko, it did have a hand in advancing smartwatch technology by integrating an interface that linked computers and watches wirelessly. In 1994, Timex and Microsoft partnered to bring the Timex Data Link to life, a wearable device that could synchronize information with Microsoft's Schedule Plus. The Data Link could also store up to 150 phone numbers, load apps like a stopwatch and golf scorekeeper, and support 5 separate alarms. Maybe not marvelous by today's standards, but consider this came out 23 years ago when we were still in awe over the graphics of doom. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed this video, then give it a like and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Think you're a trivia guru? Be sure to check out our second channel where we quiz you on the videos found on this channel. Either search Test and Quiz Channel on YouTube or head over to our featured tab. Hey, look, there's 2 more videos you can choose to watch right now.